Okay, sup you chuckle fucks, it's your boy Dark Raku here with What If Issei was from the Thunderbird clan, from the Thunderbird clan. Part 3. Now, before I continue on, yesterday I did not record. Reason why is I had to go get a debit card. Well, yeah, I don't have a debit card, but I already did get it. But yeah, not the point. I'm not gonna say the number, so fuck you. And also, I had to go to Cane's not Cane's. I had to go to the fucking mail yesterday. Cane's, Bronze, then a store, then another store, another store, another store, another store, another store. So you realize here, I kind of went to like 9 different stores. And like half of those I had to get out of the car because my annoying ass sibling didn't want to go outside, or mostly out to the store because they were scared or something, even though they're a fucking grown ass person. Like, get the fuck out my way. I ain't trying to do all this shit. But yeah, and not gonna lie, when I was doing all that, I was running only on 2 hours of fucking sleep. I don't know why I stayed up that long yesterday night. I kind of just like didn't go to sleep until like 4. And I had an alarm clock set towards 9 o'clock, and I got called at like 7, and I was like, I don't want to go, but I had to go get that debit card because I need it. Because in my new job, I'm going to start tomorrow at 7 in the morning, I am going to get paid only through deposits in my, in the bank. So, yeah. I probably won't be able to do many videos as plan. I know I already said I wanted to finish so many videos, but I can't because I'm a retarded idiot that actually thinks of way too many what ifs for my own fucking good count. Yeah, I remember that one time I said I'm going to try to finish the what ifs, all Issei what ifs and blah blah blah. Yeah, it never happened. Yeah, but I went back into a bad habit, but yeah. But I'm probably going to, I'm not going to stop recording. I'm still going to record in the weekends of like after my job or whatever, probably in the afternoons. But yeah. But of course, just like I said, mostly my main job is going to be working, but yeah. YouTube is going to be secondary. So yeah. And also, if I feel like way too stressed out and I might stutter in some words or whatever, yeah, I'm just going to tell you that I'm probably tired, dead-ass tired. And if you complain about me saying well, fuck you too. Guess what? I stutter way too much, and for some reason, the first word that goes into my head is well. Like, fuck off. Like, I've seen so many comments saying, can you stop saying well? Well, shit. Tell me to fucking stop stuttering, because for some reason, the first word that comes into my mind is well, and well. So, fuck you. Yeah, I just ramble on again. But yeah, other than that, let me just begin to this what if. Let me shut the fuck up and let me begin. I was going to record this, last night, but, I didn't want to. I got lazy. Real lazy. And tired. Let me just begin to this what if and let me just shut the fuck up, but yeah. So, let's begin into this what if. We go into mostly Issei kind of like going to his house after a while, after kind of getting out of the underworld, because his right arm is looking like Maki's kind of entire body. Yeah, mostly his right arm has so many scars, thanks to the fact that he used a technique that shouldn't be used at his current power level. It was called Plasma Overdrive. I didn't really have the time to think about it. Mostly the last time I was recording is because I had to rush a bit, but yeah. But mostly, yeah, the technique that Issei used was something called Plasma Overdrive. Pretty much is a technique that allows him to mostly use the lightning itself to turn into a plasma, because lightning itself is a plasma, but to actually kind of like overcharge his arm with so much lightning powers, different types of colors, to kind of make this like rainbowish kind of plasma that's quite powerful. But of course, in his current power level, it was going to definitely kill him. But luckily, he managed to like slam his leg to the ground, so most of the lightning had to go conduct to the ground so it wouldn't hurt his body. But this is where, well, it still hurted his right arm a lot when he sent that punch. And it should have killed Riser, but it didn't. Instead, Riser was kind of pushed away, knocked the fuck out, and almost barbecued like an actual chicken. This is where, well, mostly that was the technique that I forgot to mention. But yeah, I didn't record, not record. I mean, I didn't, what's it called, rewatch part 2. I just remember that I fucked up and never said the name. But yeah, or I did, but I did it. No. But let me just begin to what if I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But yeah. But we go into mostly Issei, just like getting towards, well, out of the underworld, like I already said, and kind of getting home. This is where, well, he's going home, and of course, this is where, well, he doesn't see anyone except for Akeno. Akeno was like in the hallways, kind of just like walking to, well, anywhere, like far away from kind of Rias, because Rias, she's happy, but she still seems kind of wanting to abuse Akeno, which Issei notices and walks over towards mostly a confused and a bit scared Akeno. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei says, "So, Akeno, what are you doing?" This is where Akeno turns around, shocked and scared a bit. This is where, well, she sees Issei, and this is where she blushes still, because Issei, he doesn't have palish white skin like this picture does. Mostly, he has a bit darker, kind of Native American skin, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei says, "So, what are you doing?" This is where, well, Akeno says, no, nothing. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei said, "You're lying to me. Tell me, what did Rias do to you?" This is where Akeno says, "Nothing. She did nothing." "Don't lie to me." "She did. Don't lie, I already said. I don't like people lying to me. I don't like people abusing those who are actually supposed to be older and more mature. So tell me, Akeno, what did she do?" This is where, well, his tone has no room for joking around or nothing. His playful attitude is gone. This is where, well, it's more serious and more colder demeanor. That's where, oh, we'll see. Akeno kind of just said, "Well, she's blushing because mostly Issei seems to be quite dominant in this kind of, well, talk. She likes kind of people like those, kind of dominating her, but she's more like masochist dominant. You get the point." But this is where, well, mostly, Akeno say, "Oh, well, it's, complicated." This is where, well, mostly Issei says, "Complicated, you say? You're telling me that Rias abusing you is complicated, isn't it?" This is where, well, see, I'm gonna say, how did I know? This is where, well, Issei kind of grabbed her arm, and of course, this is where he mostly like roll up the sleeves and says, "Then tell me what happened here." This is where Akeno kind of just looks down and says, "That's just from my masochist side." This is where she say, "Ara," but her ara seems to be quite trembling and nervous. This is where, well, Issei said, "Akeno." Akeno looks at him and trying to see if he actually fell for it. This is where Issei said, "Nice try, but that's not gonna work." This is where Akeno nodded. She realized that her plan is kind of failing really, really bad. She then said, I understand, but please don't get angry at Rias. It was my fault that I hit you with lightning. I want to apologize. I'm so." This is where, well, mostly Issei covers her mouth and says, this is where, well, he whispers and says, "It's not your fault. Actually, I should be thanking you. If you didn't hit me with that lightning, I would never been able to awaken my true potential." This is where, well, mostly Akeno blushes because mostly Issei just kind of covered her mouth up. This is where, well, mostly Akeno says, I see. Well, this is where her face is all red, and this is where, well, she's just shocked of how mostly Issei is just risen her up a bit, but also trying to make her feel comfortable. She doesn't know what to do. She's just so red. She says, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." This is where, well, she's trying to literally stop her mind from going to such perverted thoughts. More perverted than Issei's thoughts if he was still a pervert. Because this Issei here is much more of an aggressor. Because the Thunderbirds are much more aggressive than actual any other animal, kind of. Mostly all lightning mythical creatures are kind of aggressive now that I think about it. Because it's kind of like lightning and thunder. It really does sound aggressive. This is where mostly Akeno says, well, she couldn't really say anything. And this is where, well, mostly someone kind of talked behind Issei. And it was actually none other than, mostly Riser's older brother, mostly second older brother, that being the one that doesn't actually do much. He's not like the oldest, like, named Alexander Phoenix. This one is actually named Rango. I think I said Rango Phoenix, but I'm actually gonna change it to mostly I'm gonna change his first name to Kenji, and if you're wondering why I'm changing it straight towards Kenji, it's just because that's the thing I'm gonna remember about him. The only reason why I'm saying this is because his ability is a little bit interesting. You see here, I will explain that later. I'm going to say that it's going to be similar to our favorite deaf gambler. Not the point. Our immortal gambler. Oh, don't worry about it. But this is where, well, Kenji says, huh, if it isn't you, Issei. So, you talking to your girlfriend or something? This is where, well, Issei turns around and says, huh? Oh. This is where, well, mostly, right now, Akeno's face is all red, and she said, girlfriend. This is where she's all extremely red, and she wasn't expecting mostly Kenji to say that, and she doesn't even know who exactly Kenji is, but all she knows is that mostly Kenji just called her mostly Issei's girlfriend. This is where, well, she's all red and she's kind of stuttering. This is where Issei wraps his arm around mostly Akeno and says, what if I am talking to my girlfriend? Is that a problem? This is where, well, Akeno right now's face is all red. She just went into peace land. This is where, well, she wasn't expecting Issei to just claim her as his. This is where, well, Kenji chuckles and says, well, it looks like you made a girl right now blush a lot. She seems to be down for the count. This is where, well, mostly Issei said, what do you mean down for the... Akeno's already passed out. Eesh. I think I raised her up way too much. This is where Issei kind of just chuckles to himself. This is where, well, right now, Kenji just chuckles, saying, so, you're going back to the human world? Yep. Man, I really rather be in the human world than here, because my parents are just, they're bothering me so much about mostly work and other stuff, and I don't like it. This is where, well, mostly Issei chuckles and says, huh, wait, how old are you anyway? Kenji says, I'm the age of 20, but 21 entirely, but yeah, you get the point. But I'm being worked a lot because people think that I'm looking like Alexander. I look nothing like Alexander, goddammit. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei kind of says, I don't know who Alexander is. He's my oldest brother. He's the oldest out of everyone in the Phoenix family. I'm the second oldest, and then the third oldest would be Merlion of Phoenix. Then you get the point. You already fought my younger brother, known as Riser, and then my younger sister is known as Raffle Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie, all of us don't even have the same personality. This is where Issei says, what do you mean about that? Well, you can say that my oldest brother is the most serious and kind of strategized out of all of us. He's the smartest, intelligent, and you could say much more good looking than most of us half the time, because he basically got our father's looks most of the time, except for the fact that he has blue eyes instead of red like our father's. But yeah, then there's me, and I can just describe myself as one word. He just says, what's that? Gambler. Wait, what? This is where Issei looks confused at fucking Kenji, and Kenji just says, "Don't worry about it." This is where Issei says, "I can also describe you in another word, lazy." This is where Kenji says, "Fuck you, brat." This is where he says, "Whatever, man." This is where we'll see. Kenji just says, "Next is my younger sister, or not youngest, but you get the point. Third oldest, but mostly." She is known as a hot-headed, short-tempered, and violent person. I don't think she will fit well with your person. Wait, never mind. This is where Kenji then thinks about it. Actually, never mind. She's actually perfect for you. Because I realized the Thunderbirds are quite violent and aggressive. I feel like she should be a part of yours. Your problem. Issei looks at her, well, not looks at her, looks at him and says, "Screw you, man." Here, I'm just saying. This is where, well, most he just says, "Whatever. I know how Riser's personality is, arrogant and self-centered." Exactly. What about the other, or mostly Raffle? Raffle is a bit more calmer, mostly the opposite of Merliona. She is similar to that of the oldest, because mostly the oldest decides to, well, mostly help her out in most situations, while mostly she is the opposite of the third one. Mostly, I already said Merliona. Of Merliona, and then there's Riser. She is quite opposite from Riser. Well, kinda. What about you? Well, she's definitely the opposite of me, okay? Kenji said. This is where, well, we'll see. He just says, "Okay. Okay. So, what exactly? How? Wait. Do they all have red eyes? With no, then again, Riser had blue eyes. Raffle, I think, had blue eyes. I think it was a blondish hair girl. Merliona, she has blue eyes also. Then why are her eyes orangey blue? Don't question it. I don't understand myself. For some reason, my eyes became kind of this orangey color. And don't question my hair. It's kind of a goldenish, darkish, goldenish color, whatever. It's annoying, okay? Don't question me. This is where, well, Issei says, "That's not what I'm talking about. It seems dyed, I'm not gonna lie." This is where Kenji kind of just scoffs and says, "Shit. So you noticed, didn't you?" "Yeah, I did." Let's just say that I do like my original hair color. It's just my father doesn't like it. And my siblings have not seen it in a long time. Actually, the oldest has seen me multiple times and actually had it to help me multiple times in dyeing my hair to blondish. I am one of the most oddest and rarest kind of phoenixes, you can say. Also, I'm kind of like an oddball. But not the point, I just don't care. Issei kind of nodded and says, "Well, you going to a human world or what?" Probably. I'll probably leave Alexander to deal with all that paperwork. I ain't doing on any of that. On the dead god, I ain't doing any of that. This is where, well, we'll see. Issei says, "Okay." This is where Issei kind of picks up mostly Akeno and says, "Gotta bring her somewhere." "Oh, so you're saying that you're going to, you know?" Issei says, "No, that is not. That is the most opposite thing that I ever said from my mouth. I'm sorry. Can you not say something like that? That is no." This is where, well, we'll see. What's it called? Kenji just says, "Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, devils are kind of, you know." Shut the fuck up," Issei said. "Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone." Issei just completely walks away with Akeno, and this is where Kenji just chuckles. But yeah, he's kind of seems interested, just kind of troll Issei a bit. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into mostly a time skip of, well, later on into the human world. Issei kind of met with, what's it called? Well, not Riser. Well, he did meet up with Riser, and Riser doesn't seem too pleasant. Riser also kind of stopped talking in his third person. He's actually more in his first person because he got humbled so fast by Issei that it's basically a lightning flash that happened. But yeah, Raffle also sees Issei, and Issei seems to be, well, not really caring about the Phoenixes right now, other than Kenji, but yeah. Now, this is where, well, Riser's father, who is known as, I never really gave him an actual name. Wait. So, his father's name is Cedric Phoenix, and this is where, well, Cedric is right now kind of seeing his, like, 5 children right now in front of him. This is where, well, Cedric did want to kind of get Issei, the last Thunderbird, kind of user into the Phoenix family. The problem is he did try to talk to Issei, and Issei just gave him this like glare, like fuck off and leave me alone, cause he knew first second of seeing Cedric was because he was a Phoenix, and it's just because of that aura. Which mostly leaves Cedric kind of just baffled at how the kid just reacts and didn't give a damn. But we go into mostly a time skip to Cedric right now talking towards his 4 children, or 5 children, Charlie. This is where, well, Alexander is there right now, kind of bowing down in front of his father respectfully. Then there's freaking Kenji, who just doesn't give a damn and just fucking doesn't care at all. Then there's Marileona, who's respectful somewhat. This is where Riser is there, also being respectful, and even Raffle. Kenji's the only one that doesn't really care about his father's rules or laws or any of it. He just doesn't give a fuck at all. This is where, well, Alexander's kind of asked Kenji to actually be respectful, but Kenji just says whatever. This is where, well, mostly Cedric kind of says, so what do you want exactly? Why did you all call me? This is where Alexander says, pretty much, how should I say, mostly, my younger siblings asked to all go to the human world. This is where, well, right now, Raffle kind of looks embarrassed a bit, because she actually kind of did fall kind of a bit in love with Issei, just like in original canon, but with his mostly aggressive Thunderbird side, but yeah. While Riser isn't angry or even wanting to marry Rias at all. He doesn't really care anymore. Entirely, he sees Issei as a rival that does not like being left behind. So yeah. This is where, well, Riser says, I want to go to the human world to fight the Thunderbird again, but as a rival, not as an enemy. This is where, well, right now, Cedric thinks that's a good idea for Raffle to go out with the Thunderbird user, because they'll be getting strong offsprings. Then there's Riser, who actually sees mostly Issei as just a rival at this point. While Marileona says, I want to fight the Thunderbird. I want to see how strong he is. Maybe he can become mine. This is where, well, mostly Cedric then thinks in his head that mostly he still wanted to keep Raffle as a child. And then just seeing how mostly she offers herself up to kind of go to the human world. But then sees Marileona wants Issei more, because she's more aggressive and other things, which made mostly Raffle kind of scared for her older sister a bit. This is where, well, Kenji just says, I want to go to the human world because I want to gamble. Other than that, I don't really care. Right now, Cedric just sighs at mostly Kenji's blatantly kind of just obvious in what he wants to do, but yeah. But we go into mostly a time skip because all 4 of them were let go to the human world. Marileona was promised not to cause trouble. Kenji was promised not to waste a bunch of money. And then there was Riser and, well, not Marileona, Riser and Ravel, which just not to cause trouble in the, well, Grammary territory, but yeah. But we go into a time skip towards mostly Issei at his school. Like, when he was at school, everyone was just completely dumbfounded to find out that the perverted trio, also known as the perverted beast of Kuo, is now this handsome dark-skinned young man known as Issei Hyodo, and he is a different person entirely. He's no longer perverted. He wears dark shade glasses. He has long blackish white hair. I mean, obsidian black hair with mostly white Snow White highlights, but yeah, not the point. He wears like this black outfit half the fucking time. He doesn't give a damn about wearing the school uniform. It mostly kind of looks like this one right here. Well, the black outfit is It's similar to, mostly this will be his like casual outfit right here, while mostly his actual black outfit that he usually wears into battles will be this one right here. But yeah. But everyone in the entire school is just flabbergasted. They are just like, they thought that Issei was just gonna come back after like 10 days just looking the same. Nah, this motherfucker came back looking like a goddamn role model. Just completely looking like a pop star. Just like, what the fuck? They're confusing how Issei got dark skin until they realize it's probably tan. Or probably natural. They can't really fucking tell. This is where, well, Issei just completely ignores everyone and it's quiet. He also hears music in his headphones 24/7. He doesn't care about anyone's fucking rules. He doesn't talk to anyone. He ignores mostly his two dumbass friends, mostly Matsuda and Murahama, and it's just like, he's different. He just doesn't care. He also, yeah, he's no longer a pervert and doesn't really care about any girl. Other than Akeno, but yeah. Well, everyone is right now trying to figure out how mostly, yeah, how Issei looked like this. This is where, well, both Matsuda and Murahama did kind of rush up to Issei, kind of saying, traitor! They tried to attack Issei, and Issei did not let that shit slide. Issei right now kind of kicked the fucking desk that he was sitting on. And yes, he had his legs on top of the desk, because he just didn't care neither. And this is where, well, he fucking kicks the desk and smashing into both of them, knocking them both out. Fuck off, you two loud asses. I'm so tired. Stop fucking waking me up. Everyone else is just shocked. Issei completely knocked out his two friends with ease. He didn't care at all. But for right now, I'm going to end it off here for part 3 because I just got tired. And yeah, other than that, bye. Saying yeah, good night. And yeah.